Welcome back to Awesome Possum Hobbies and Games. I'm Chris, and today we're doing a hobby game room improvement. So if you're like me, and I do a lot of different kinds of hobbies. I do RC cars, I do models, I do 40K, I do all kinds of stuff that needs to have different kinds of tools and stuff that's accessible all the time. So I'm going to be installing 3 of these Skadis from Ikea for organizing my wall. Check it out. So here's a list of tools you're going to need for doing an installation for these Skadis Ikea wall organizers. First thing you're going to need is a trusty little level. To be able to find a good level of where you're going through and putting that mounting bracket is going to be key. If you don't mount it level, it's going to come out looking kind of weird. And if you have multiple units that, like I have, you're really going to need that level. Next thing you're going to need is a tape measure. The tape measure is important because there's a bracket that goes on the back of it, and you really want to find the points for where you're going to put in the screws to mount it against the wall. And then for when you have multiple units, you're going to have to measure over 6.5 inches is what the instructions say. I'm saying it's going to be just about a 1/16 of an inch further apart. Otherwise, the two pieces are going to be super tight together, and they're going to be overly tight, especially down at the bottom part. Even if you make it level, it's going to be difficult. But when you go through and measure, you're going to need to have either a pencil or a pen. I like pencils the best because if you make a mistake, you can go through and erase. And then once you find where you're going to go through and put things in, you're not supposed to use countersunk screws. It says it specifically in the instructions. I don't think it really makes a big difference. But personally, I go through and use a wall hanging kit. You're going to need to have 2 of each of these, the plastic piece that goes into the wall, and then the actual screw. You're supposed to use a button head screw. The next thing you're going to need is, for doing the installation of the button head screw, you're going to need a screwdriver, and it's going to be a Phillips head. Once you go through and you're ready to attach it to the wall, you're going to need a flathead screwdriver, and it's easiest when you're trying to install these to use a screw gun and the specific size screw or drill bit that goes along with it. Installation should take you about 30 minutes for 3 units. Once you measure everything out and make sure you make your markings in pencil, once you start drilling and have everything level, it should go together pretty quickly. So once they're installed, you're able to go through and add different clips, trays, other handle type things to be able to store whatever kind of tools. Like here I've got one of these little circular guys that just clips right in, and then you're able to put in, put in my screwdrivers, tools that I use often for my different hobbies. I do all kinds of hobbies, as you probably have seen on there. I do 3D printing, I do RC cars, soon to be all kinds of other things, and all those things require lots of different tools to be able to get to. Or even with my hobby gaming stuff, I have set right here, little commander box from one of the old fat packs that I can just put in there, keep all my regular cards there. Or these little shelves that are easy to put up. Each one of these you can put 3 100 card decks. It's perfect, especially if you only take a few decks with you to Friday Night Magic. I'm going to take these 2 decks because these are decks I have up and going all the time. Easy to just pull and grab. Even though I have it mounted into the wall using wall anchors, I don't plan on putting anything more than 50 pounds on here. Even then, it's not really for heavy things. You're able to go through and use additional things. Like here's a clip. These clips are pretty nice that you can hold like 3 or 4 pounds worth of stuff. Like I have here, I have my pin collection from Pin Bazaar, from various conventions. Super easy for me to go through and take off and then add and just clip it right back on there. Other thing I have on here is these little drawers, little plexi drawers. This one has my favorite set of RPG dice, or even better, you have a larger dice that fits straight in there. The other thing I have in here is like a little thing for my journal for all the ideas I come up with for my different games, different videos, different decks. I just have it sitting right there, so it's easy to get to, super easy, super easy to install, and fairly affordable. This entire setup right here with all the clips and widgets and things costs approximately about $100, $110 with tax. Overall, fantastic deal. I'm happy I got it. I can't wait to go through and buy some other things to be able to put on here, whether it be some RC car stuff like tires. This is a perfect size little thing for tires for 10th scale. There's always going to be other things that you'll want to be able to change over and be able to have easy access to. So these things I look forward to putting some stuff away instead of being able to shove things in a drawer, things that I get into often. I'm just going to put right here into this Ikea wall mount. And if you guys have any comments about what I can do better for my channel, or stuff that I should try out for making my hobby room even better, put it in the comments below. And until next time,
and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please take the time to like the video and subscribe if you'd like to stay updated. Have a great day and keep them rolling.